Yeah, I do.
Okay.
It's in my, well, I just had to pay for all that terabytes of fucking memory in order to get it. I wasn't able to get it all week until I had money come in. I didn't have money. It was crazy this week. So that's why I didn't even have, like, I couldn't even do thumbnails. I couldn't send emails. Did I shut that off?
You?
Me?
Yeah. Saying you did it.
Why is that so foggy, man? That's crazy.
The rain.
Tyler. Yeah, I'm early. Well, the weather's turning, bro. Weather is turning. Tyler, are you on Facebook? Because I don't think we have you in our chat. What's Alpha? Alpha? Welcome to Banter, Richie B live. So we are over in the area where my property goes here, where they built this is trail closed. That's my property that they made a trail in. I mean, it's way in there, dude. I get irritated every time I come here. Because look at it, they just tore it all down. That's like my property. Idiots. It's the whole reason why I bought the place, because of the property. Good choice, though. Worked out, didn't it? Cops? Those sirens? Yep. Yeah, there was something going on that back road, too. They used to have. Okay, I was just curious, just because. See if you can just get a messenger account. I don't know if you can do that or not, because I'll throw you in the messenger with us, bro. You'll get all that inside scoop, you know? Look at that stacking. That's crazy. What the fuck? Look at that one over there. It's all bent around. That's pretty cool. This is like the high school area. They ruined. See all this shit? This is all the stuff I'd hear breaking. What's up, Pamela? Please hit like. Thank you, Pamela. Everybody hit the like button. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to hang out and we're going to go to the new gifting site. So, oh, that's safe, huh? That's real smart. They're real smart people, aren't they? Did you hear that? I just got through my ears. Like infra? Came from over there.
I thought when you tried to get on, I thought I heard a whoop
It went.
behind us.
It just went boom, like right through my ears. But look at this. Is all the high school. And they put a path right through the middle of it. See all this stuff? This is all the stuff when I was in my yard, because you see my property signs, like my property signs here, right? I'd be in my yard over there, and I'd hear it breaking out here. That's all the beginning of my story. You know what I mean? And a lot of this stuff has been here. Like, look at it, ever since. Look at that. It's just crazy out here. But I would come out here, I go, and it was funny because the first thought I had when I was standing, like, say, in this area, looking out at all these trees, I was like, oh God, they're teaching them. And I don't know why that's what came to my mind, because I didn't think one thing could be doing all that. I mean, it's a lot of stuff. A lot of breaks, man. A lot of broken trees. And I heard them all, man. I'm telling you, when I stood there, I could rehear everything. I reheard every break. I was like, oh my God. You know, like natural stackings like this, you know. It's very natural. Yeah, trail close. Look at that. That's the trail right through my yard, dude. Look how much of my yard. They took a lot of my yard, dude. I thought it was only 40 feet. That's a lot more. That's crazy. Hey, if you're new here, please hit the like button, everybody. Welcome to Banter Richie B Live. Where's Jessica? Jessica, come on. Gene, Sam, Michigan Cryptid. What's up, man? Welcome to the family. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. The phone's gonna get a little wet. We're probably gonna have some issues with that. Yep, there it goes. So I'm gonna try to keep it. Yeah, when it gets wet, it's hard to hear. But I got the Omni mic in. I didn't see Jessica still. Hey, Gene. Yeah, Gene's got a kick-ass show tonight on the Banter with Richie B podcast network. With our brothers, the Vogel brothers. Did you hear it? Plain as day. Over here now. Right through the raindrop. I'm telling you, I had and then stopped. And then just went. Something was moving right over in here.
This one we're under the pines. We're not getting no grip.
We got to get moving, dude. This weather's gonna fuck us. I I'm gonna try to watch your messages, guys. Do the best I can. You guys know what to do. Welcome all the new people in. All the new people in. Now that's my property over there. My house is through the trees. So I don't remember those. Do you?
Yeah, I remember those.
A 40-foot Exo's right here. Look at this place now. Look at them all going the same direction.
Like,
That,
they
that's
knocked over
everything, dude.
The bark.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So you start coming to the same place enough, guys. Hit the like button. There's 7 likes. A bunch of people in here. Let's go, guys. Michigan Cryptid, what you got? You got them close to home. Yeah, dude. Oh, you do too, bro? Oh, yeah. My backyard. That's where my story starts. My backyard's over there. And I have another house, but my first wife lives there with my kids, my 2 oldest. And yeah, this is all these trees. I heard all these things happening out here. I got growled at. I actually have a nice silhouette picture of them standing there. Yeah, it's pretty wild story, man. Definitely chosen. You know how it works. I'm glad you get to experience that. Oh, they're everywhere. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to be as cognizant as I can with you guys. It's just the weather's bad. The phone's gonna get wet. We have a second gifting site, Michigan. This is the first time we've ever gone back to this gifting site. We have another gifting site 2 miles that way. They're all connected. Yeah, that's new. You can see how raw it is. But yeah, these trees and everything out here is crazy. Definitely get on my channel, Michigan, and check out a lot of the stories, podcasts, things like that. Podcasts, I think a good one for you might be Validation, the episode called Validation. That'll explain a lot of how it started. Whoa. See, the raindrop just hit it. Danny, oh, dude, what's up, bro? Hey, no, we got you, bro. We got you good. I wanted to have them. So I had to cancel my show last night. My 6-year-old, I get him off the toilet. He's standing there. He can pretty much take care of himself. Flush and wash your hands. I hear the toilet flush. I'm in the kitchen. He comes out. He goes, Dad. I said, what? He goes, my underwear got flushed down the toilet. I said, what? He goes, my underwear got flushed down the toilet. Like, basically what he did was he took them off, probably kind of flung them up to himself, then missed the catch. And as the toilet was flushing, it got sucked down the toilet. Whole toilet had to come off. Like, obviously with family, it's the only bathroom I got. And I didn't get done till 6:15. It was like a 5-hour excursion, maybe 6. Getting the underwear out, and then all the bolts had to be replaced. All the mechanics in the back of the toilet had to be replaced. Oh, kids, don't you love them? Father-in-law had to come over with all his old man tools and do his thing, But hey, Martin. Hey, Denny. Mike Gray. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that, Michigan. Yeah, I love talking Bigfoot. We all do here. A lot of critical thinkers here. We always tell everybody, put in your headphones, put it on a big screen, because we're just here for you. We're here for you. I can get a lot more stuff if I'm out here by myself, just sitting, trust me. But but I choose to broadcast so everybody can research together. We have plenty of experiences with the phone, trust me. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're going to build this up, though. Watch. Yeah, see, look, you're going to start finding, look at this thing. Look at this. Dude. Did we even notice this last time?
I don't think so.
Look at the way it's wedged in. Wedged in on the... Yeah, that's what I'm saying, too. And then look where the tree goes, though. The tree goes over there. That's like 4 feet away, dude. And the split's on the opposite. See how it's high up here, guys? And it goes down? Yet this ends up over here. So if this is down, it should be over here, because that's the side.
12-inch diameter.
Look at that.
That's 12 inches, guys.
Look how high up it is, too.
That sucker's heavy.
It's just balancing. Everybody still here? I don't see comments happening, so just work with me, because oh, there it is. It's just digit. Already, yeah, dude. It's coming in earlier and hotter than they said, and it's kind of ruining my fucking vibe. I'm connected today. I'm feeling good. Oh, I zoomed in. I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't know it. See, the raindrops hit the touchscreen, and they do shit. His video quality is seriously good. Oh, good. That means you got internet, buddy. Because I'm pretty sure everybody else has had great service, I think. The last one. Over here is usually just straight up 5G, and I don't have a bad. The other place has a ton of energy, man. It's just, you know, it's not just Bigfoot either. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of things over there. That place is nuts. Yeah, let's get those like buttons hit. Let's get the emojis going. Let's get something happening with this little bit of time that we have here. That's kind of wild. Hey, Sam. Yeah, so tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern time, make sure you check out Gene Tewksbury, the legend of Maine, sitting down with the legends of Massachusetts, the Vogel brothers, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Don't miss that. Banter, the Richie B podcast network, man, we're climbing. Yeah, Sam had a great show. The girls all got together, and my Jessie girl just loved it. And I love seeing her on the screen. We surprised our boy Denny there. They had an amazing charity event, fundraising event for children's pediatric cancer awareness, and they raise money for families that go through, God forbid, what they went through. And do you hear that? Something behind you. Yeah, over there, Hitch. Yeah, my chest is stuck. Ooh, what was that? Yeah, something get thrown? I heard a branch. I heard a branch land. Yeah, subtle, yeah. It is, you know, and that's what they look for, Michigan, you know. They look for that, hey, Crypto Warbird, man, what's up, dude? He's right there. There's Waldo. Oh, hey. Whoops. I just heard 2 whoops. Faint, very faint. They're out there. Let them know we're here. Yeah, they know we're here now. I just heard 2 whoops out there. So yeah, hit those like buttons, guys. Hit the like buttons, hit the emojis. Yeah, so he does this amazing, him and his family, his daughter, his wife, all their friends. It was just amazing to watch his circle of life come together like that. You know, it reminded me very much of my circle of life, you know. And you could see he's the energy, right, Denny? He's the energy, man, whether you know it or not. He's the energy, man. He keeps that fuel, that plug. And it was funny because a lot of people knew us, dude. And, you know, heard it again. And that's, you know, that's on Denny. Denny kind of spreading the word. And we're going to be airing a podcast and a presentation up at the VFW for the veterans. I'm looking forward to that. We're going to work out a date. We met the commander and all that. So we're going to go up there and do a nice thing for the veterans. And, you know, I was just so people. Yeah, and we loved them, dude. We had a fun night. We were dancing and just having a good time and talking to everybody about Bigfoot. It was just so cool all night long. They all wanted to know about Bigfoot. Yeah, we got the moves, kid. We got the moves, baby. Yeah, we surprised our boy Denny. He had no idea we were coming. No idea. It was one of the best surprises of my life to give somebody. And I had to kind of like play it off. I felt bad because I felt like a liar, but I'm like, oh, sorry, dude, can't make it. And then Sam's like, we're gonna be on Sam's show, and then we're like, Sam, we can't, but still make a thumbnail, act like we're coming on. So Sam was involved in the surprise. Jessica's involved with the surprise, you know, and yeah, and we walk up there, blown away right there. And we go there, and we got Andy with us, and we got Martin with us. Martin's from New Hampshire, and Andy's from Weston, Connecticut. And, you know, we all met at my house. Well, not Martin, but then we met Martin up there, and we went in, and, you know, the guy at the door was doing his job, going, hey, you know, who are you guys here for? But basically, Wojo's talking to him, and I see Denny, and I crouch down. I go, hey, Denny's right there. We got to go. I wasn't even worried about tickets. I'm like, Denny's right there. We got to go. And he's like, yeah, go in. Woj, brandy new, dude. There's no window. There's no way. That's brand new. That was not here.
That's a cross country.
Yeah, that's a push. Yeah, I got some markings over here. See, we got compost here too. I don't know what you got, Michigan. Look at these trees, man. This is like a little hut in here, dude. Look at this. Hang on a minute. Look at this. Look at it. You see all the pine cones chewed up over there? Yeah, this is a spot right here. Look at, see the trees? You got some natural cover, and then they can break and bend stuff in. Like, look at this guy. Look at the fibers in this one. Look at the fibers, man. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's old though, you know. But look at little bent-in area here. You go right in here. That's all open in there. Yeah, man. That's badass. Over here too. Yeah, if you know, you know, right? I don't even care what people say anymore, you know what I mean? Yeah, a little small spot, right? And it's right by a trail now, so involuntary plumbing. Yeah, right. Yeah, no doubt, Sam. You guys were awesome, and I watched some of that episode, and it was just, you guys were just kind of having fun. We do need to go over some Restream classes, though, how to get your stuff out of the Google Drive and all that, and we'll do that together. I'll show you, because it's different when you have guests, you know. There's a lot more pressure. MS, Sasquatch Canada. You in Michigan ought to hook up. Michigan, Sasquatch Canada right there. So Denny's face was just blown away. You could tell he was just blown away. He didn't know what to do. You know, he's supposed to be there entertaining the world, and all of a sudden we're there, and he, you know, no, we're there. You gotta come back to us and go back to his world and come back to us. You know, it was just awesome. It was just, and it was like a group hug. We all just kind of came together. It was a big hug. And his wife comes walking up, and I knew it was his wife, and I had never met her. And I don't even think I've seen pictures of her, but it was just automatic. You just, you get that vibe. And she kind of looked at me, and I said, "Hey, how are you?" And she goes, "Yep, it's you. I heard your voice." As soon as she heard my voice, she gave me a big hug, and their daughter gave us a big hug, and his daughter put her hands over her head like this, like, "I can't believe you guys are here." Like, you know, we did that for her dad, you know what I mean? So, hopefully he had Gus's.
This is like pulled right out of the socket.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from. That's the funny part, because you don't see it anywhere. It's too big for this one, too big for that one. Too big for that one. Where'd that come from? And I don't see nothing on the big one. Pulled off, Wojo. Nothing. That's nothing, dude. There's no way. There's nothing over here. That's interesting. Yeah, look around. See, guys? There's nothing shining like it's new, like a whole plug pulled out. Nothing, dude. That's crazy. Look at this old place. Man, this place is crazy, bro. I love it. Okay, I hit 3 miles. Let's go. You hit 3 miles, huh? Oh, good. All right. All right, Sam. Alpha Joe. All right, here we go. Everybody hit that like button. Over there. I heard walking. You heard a whoop, man? I hear the, hey, Bojo, I hear the whoops. Over there. Yeah. So, heard it again. Very faint. I got the Omni mic in, but I'm starting to question it there. Miss Jessie 89. Who the hell is that? You got a new name? What are you watching on? Hi, Miss Jessie 89. Do you have a man? Yeah, you can hear it. It's a real soft, faint whoop. Everybody hit the like button, guys. Hit the emojis. Miss Jessie, hit the like button, Miss Jessie. cutting across early, huh?
Again,
Yeah.
see that?
It's
Like
buried.
upside down.
I know. And it could only be from that tree, and that's not far enough for, yeah, it's right there. So how's it dug in? There's not enough force for that. Get out here. I love this place. Yeah, whatever. If you come and being an asshole, I got moderators. Take care of you. It's hard to sneak up on deer when they're more deer. Yeah, sure it is. Yeah, they know you. Well, I mean, if you're talking Bigfoot, they're intelligent. They know we're here. They're not going to sneak up on anything. We're just walking around talking and researching and looking around at things. They come out, they come out. They yell at us, they yell at us. If you're new here, you don't know a lot of the history of this channel, go check it out. We do this all the time, and yeah, so. Yeah, no, definitely check it out. We'd love to have you, man. Just absolutely question things. We're not worried about skeptics or people that believe us. We're not worried about that. We do everything live on YouTube for a reason. You know what I mean? I do it now because I'm hooked on my family here, where I'm just loyal to them. And like I said, I could get a lot more experiences without this phone. I don't want to do it without you guys. So yeah, come part of the squad, man. Get out your headphones. We're not here trying to convince anybody anything. We're just holding the phone so you can research, in a new area without having to do that. I did it when I first started watching people with phones and stuff. West, South Central, whatever they call it these days. South, I guess, is only sliding in. Are you staying in, or you just sliding in because you're coming in out? One of my finest moderators there, D Hizzle. Yeah, you can't get away with much shit on this channel. We kick your ass out of here, yo. What's up, J Prime Inc? Gurgle. All right. Yeah, you want to gurgle? I like to watch stuff like this. Yeah, it's right. It's just, we're all here together. Get on your headphones, man. Hear what we hear, see what we see, right? Talk about it. Not here to try to convince anybody of anything. Just let's research together. Not everything's Bigfoot. You know what I mean? I know some things are, though. Others don't. That's fine. I respect that. Gotta have the experience, Yeah, the tons of them. Wait till we get to this area. It's called the Dead Zone. And that's where I decided to put the gifting area, because all this stuff starts happening. All this strange manipulation where you can't tell me it's weather. Like here's this weather. It's those trees right there. They didn't rot and fall over. They're pushed over with fibers still alive in them, with no branches, no pine needles, no nothing. And what's this guy? Look at this guy. Hey, Woj. Oh, it's over here, across the path. So there's a stump, and there's a tree. That's about a good 3.5 foot span, and it's leaning. So if that was to fall, which it wasn't, it was ripped off a while ago. Yeah, I told you I heard something move. Right over there. As soon as I aim my phone at this area here, we do not have those issues here, connection-wise. Huh? Yeah, we're on now. Where? All right, I'm gonna try to keep. Oh yeah, yeah. This one here that goes between the trees. Look at that. Yeah, look, it goes around. Bent down. Now tell me how much Mother Nature did that. Sorry guys, hit the like button. Sorry about that. Good, I'm so glad, dude. I'm glad you joined, man. Hi all. Hey, what's up, man? How we be? So I'm gonna try to keep the phone close to my chest here because I don't get disconnected out here. Everybody knows that. This year we don't. Look at this place. We call this the dead zone. Look at it. Look at this place. Now look over here. These trees are all fine. Look at them. They're fine out there. They're fine. So you tell me the magic whirlywinds don't like this area, and not only don't like it, it makes fascinating designs. I mean, look at this. You got a 90 here, arch tucked under and woven. Look at this guy. He goes up and takes a left, goes on this side of this tree, back side of that tree. The wind did not, and it's a pine tree, it's not broken. You know, shit like that, you gotta look into it, right? Yeah, this is exactly why I wanted it here. You see how it goes like this? And then this one here is just amazing. I'm gonna go screenshot that and look at it up close. And we'll do episodes on my podcast. And if I get back early enough, I might go on before Jean and kind of segue into her show. Wow. Dude, there's no way, dude. Look at this thing. Look at it. Look at that. Look between the trees. It's dead. You can't even move them. Look at he's yanking on them. How did that look at that bend, dude. No scuffs, right?
There's nothing here.
No scuffs.
There's nothing here, but very little.
It's right where it is.
Right
That's
where
it.
Look at this.
Dude,
Feel that.
Yeah, you can't. There's no reason for that. Look at that bend. Welcome if you're new here, man. Welcome to Banter, Richie B live. We're in the Bridgewater Triangle in southeastern Massachusetts. We're doing Sasquatch research. We welcome you all in here. Please be respectful. We don't shit on people in here. You will be banned instantly. It happens fast, trust me. That's a new one too. Look at that thing. Oh, here you go. Here you go. So, look at what this one is. Look at that new one. I know, but look, there's a new one there. See this new one there? About the same time, about the same age. But that one's on top of this one. So the wind knocked the fresh tree this way and then came over here and knocked the fresh tree that way. You know, but look around. You got saplings that are healthy. You got other trees out here that are healthy. This one area. It's a dead zone. That's what we call it. You know, we have other places that are the water starting to get to my sound. Anybody, can you guys hear me all right? Check 1, 2. Yeah, I think they're right near us. Oh yeah, it's everywhere, dude. I just haven't brought it up because it's too questionable. Where is the, did we go by it? Look, shouldn't it be at the end of the water? We didn't go by it, dude. No, keep going. Let's see. No, it can't hear you. We can hear you just, see it's on here. Mike. Right? By it, right? Yeah. Yeah. This is the pond spot. So we're gonna see if they were here. We used gifts. I put bones in the tree. So all right, stick with us. Everybody here? Because I'm coming up on the site. Everybody can hear me? Everybody's good? I was texting him to let him know about issues. Oh yes. I gotta put your notifications back on so it comes over my screen when I go live. I try to shut them off so they don't interfere, but thanks, Jess. All right, we're coming up on the site now, I think. What's that? Is that it? Oh yeah, the bone's still in the tree. Oh, they were here. Is everything gone? Yeah, they were here. They were here. Yeah, but dude, that's twice I got kicked. Dude, that's twice I got kicked. That's twice I got kicked here. We sat here last time for hours. I'm gonna come up on the site now. They've been here, dude. Oh, fuck. I can't believe it. All the stuff's off the tree. Everything's off the tree. There's the Reese's wrapper. Reese's.
The tree. I saw something blue.
Down there. Peanut butter could be down here somewhere. Are you guys here for this? No, sir. I've got pictures. I guarantee you that wasn't like that. There's the rock. Where's the white crystal? It's pushed down. We had everything right here. And we got the bone in the tree. I don't even know if that bone is blue. Another Reese's wrapper here. I cannot believe it. Great success. Jessica knows what that means. Cover down there. I don't know where the light rock is. This was not us, dude. Dude, I'm telling you. Darren was sitting right here. That was, yeah, dude. Alright, we're gonna get the full pictures, everybody. We're gonna hit the like button if you haven't. Hit those emojis. I know the audio's quiet. I'm sorry. I can try to take it out and see if I can check that. I'm just afraid to mess with it. So we're gonna get the full pictures. Dude, they're here. Dude, I don't just camp here. We were here for hours, like 2 hours. Yeah, you guys know. Buffing sucks. Yeah, but it doesn't buffer here. That's the point, Joe. You've gotten cranky the last few episodes. Are you okay, buddy? Everything okay? If you need anything, let me know, okay? I'm here for you. You know? Yeah, it is tough, but, you know, you're live in the woods, and we don't have an issue here, ever. We sat right here for hours last night. Nothing. We've been all around. I'm gonna find the peanut butter jar, guys. What? Yeah, I saw that. You think he sat his big ass there? What's on the ground? Anything? I can't see what you guys are saying, so the ones that know, just fill people in. So we got the cover to the peanut butter. We don't know where the jar is. We need that jar. Because then we can get maybe some clues off it. But the bottom line is that they've been here. And that is a huge deal. We should be very excited about it. I don't see it anywhere, dude. I don't even see the zinger wrapper. Do you? Yeah, you look along the water, look in the water, and I'll look above. This is exciting. This is so fucking exciting. Oh my god. I cannot believe this. This is good news. Yeah, let's go. The second dipping site. Yeah. It's in the water. They threw it in the water. Well, that kind of fucking pork says, all right, well played. Well played, sir. All right, can you get it with a stick? Is it sunk? That is well played. You got to give him that. You got to give him that. Come on now, give him their due. But look at, yeah, you can see scuffling over here. Look at. They keep doing that. Mistakenly footprints. Yeah, I still don't this scuffling here. I think I got a print here, dude. Is that what I'm looking at there? Still got a little white on it? Oh, it's way out there. Oh. Peanut butter in the water, guys. Look at that. You see it? You see it? Dude. That's good because you get up while you like push it with the stick, yeah. Oh, here, grab my stick. Hey. Well, this is the only stick I can really find. You ain't strong, kids. You gotta be like me. Oh, I'm sorry. Break me. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Seems like they came this way. Oh, look, we got that spot with the laurels right here. So whenever they do this, we find these laurel spots. They seem to huddle. Oh, God. Sorry, my phone's plugging. Getting worse here. We have to set up and get going. Look at all this flattened out in here, scuffed up. that zinger wrapper though. I don't know where the clear rock is. Yeah, granola bar, clear rock. Sorry guys, the rain's getting bad. We're gonna try to find what we gotta find and get out of here, because it's just gonna shut down the electronics. But stay with us for now. Looking on the cover to see if they left the zing wrapper there. Hang on. I gotta put you down. They're here, we know they're here. Yeah, we have a lot of funny stuff around here. We're not getting normal research. Yeah, it's pretty rowdy. While you set up, I'm gonna keep looking. He's gonna set up. I'm gonna look for the. Sorry, raindrops. This is really good. Yourselves, just me and Wojo. No phone. It's not working. Come on out. The crystal, right? I got no camera here. Oh, there it is. All right, so we found some of the zinger wrappers. To answer your question, we don't do Starlink. No, it's not in the budget for one, but right now we're dealing with RAM and whatever is messing with my connection, not connection problems in this area ever. It's always 5G out here. As a matter of fact, we're at 5G in 3 bars. We found. All right, I worked hard, but I got it back. I kept it under my shirt for a while. We just had this real skunk smell. It was brutal, and it came and went. A little bit right now. Wall of just stink, and then it was gone, and then it came back, and now it's gone. And that's very familiar for me and Wojo, where that smell moves around. My phone is right up against my chest, so I cannot see comments. I apologize for all the connection issues, which we never have out here. So I know between that smell, a couple of the crunching, a little bit of faint whoops, I feel that they're around here. And that smell was so strong. I thought he was like right up on me. So we haven't found the granola wrapper, and we haven't found the white crystal rock that I gave them as a sign of my son Jack. Wouldn't that be cool if it ends up on the gifting chair? Oh my God. I'm doing the best I can to bring this to you guys. And if you're new here, don't get discouraged. It happens a lot, especially at the other place. We have a lot of energies over there. Starlink is, $165 whatever, and $55 a month. It's just not in the budget. We have PayPal, Venmo for people to donate and help us. All Banter, Richie B, Cash App if you need it. Anything, $2, $3. Then maybe we can get Starlink. And the thing that Starlink's really going to help with is eliminating anything technology-wise. That's it. I think it's still going to happen. I've done paranormal research for a long time. And when you go into a house with a lot of energy, you start losing technology fast. Batteries wear down. Oh my God. Batteries wear down. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you for understanding. That's pretty, huh? Batteries wear down, you can't connect to the satellites, whatever. They're trying everything they can to draw your energy, drain that energy out. The good news is the point of this whole thing, guys, if this freezes up, just let me know so I can read it and see that it said frozen, because I have it up close to my chest, so I can't really see when that happens. Is that they were there at the second gifting site. Yeah, they were here they were at the second gifting site. That's the thing we need to focus on, is the progress in research, right? They've always been, this is connected to my property where it all began. If you're new, go look at the episode of my YouTube called Validation. Go over there and look at it. You will see how this all started for me. You will hear about it. And this is what's so beautifully significant, is that I picked a spot over here in the dead zone, and we got results as researchers. Shitty rainy day, got kicked out a few times, because their energies they can do that shit, man. Think about that. Think about it, right? If they're on a different frequency, they have that ability, So that's something that's been talked about for a long time with the woo of the Bigfoot, you know what I mean? So it's not a big surprise when you hear people talking about Bigfoot, connection issues, battery issues. That smell was crazy, wasn't it, bro? He had to be like right there. So when you guys weren't on, I told him the phone's off, come on out, because I could smell him. He was that's one of the strongest pungent smells I've ever smelled. It was like a wall. And then it went away. There was no wind, nothing moving anything around. Oh, I was standing there for a few minutes for you. That's why I was like, come here. That was amazing. So yeah, the bottom, now look at, we're away from there. We're still connected, We're still connected. In that area we sat in when we first loaded it up. And right, D-Hoot knows. She's been here from the beginning. See this right here is a no-no. That's it. You don't cut down fucking fresh trees if you're wildlife management. There was no reason to cut down that tree. Where is it? Is this? Yeah, right there. There's no reason. I ain't bothering nobody. It's fresh as, look at how fresh that is. You got a little outside right here. That ain't gonna fall over. You're not allowed to do that. It just pisses me off. And I'm not even a fucking green guy. I just love these woods. I'm connected to these woods, man. I love these woods. I know, but here's different. When I stood out there, you have to understand, I was a 14-year-old homeless kid. When I bought my first home, 5 years sober, clean and sober, I stood in my fucking yard and felt those woods. I fucking cried like a baby. I couldn't believe what I was going through. I couldn't believe I could buy a home.
You don't see nothing down.
Nah.
Straight up and down.
So these woods are beautiful. Truck what? Oh shit. I was rooting. Push you up the line. Yeah, me too. Hey, I'll take that, man. I'll take that log push. But yeah, it's a beautiful story, man, and it's mine. I can't believe it, I just love it. Dude, that area is electric now, though. I just wonder if every time we go there, we're gonna have connection issues, which will tell you a lot. If we walk all the way in there, look at us, we have no problems. But we get over to that corner, the same corner. Before we loaded that chair up, we sat there almost 2 hours talking, live on YouTube. We did have some stuff, well, definitely one thing thrown at us, we know. But we didn't have any connection problems, not once. I just went over there and we had 5 connection problems, and they were there. It's crazy, bro. I love this one too. We're headed to our cars. We're going towards the property. Yeah, it's less rain here because we're in the forest more. But yeah, the phone ain't gonna be working, man. And I want to get back. I got to pay attention to my podcast stuff too. I haven't done it in a while, man. It's been 2 weeks I've been off the podcast. I had no choice. I took that first week off because I was irritated, and I wanted to remember I was a researcher before I was a podcaster. And then this week, Super Mario won the way I got fucking flushed down my toilet, which is kind of funny because he's a plumber. So that was kind of ironic, But expected in my house, so we're going to walk back out. If you build it, they will come. That is right. Thank you, Jesse B. Boy, you've become quite the participant in these lives lately, Jesse.
Is that JB?
Yep. Yeah, I don't recognize the name, though. Is that a different account? Mojo says buy the merch. No, Jackson says buy the merch. That's baby Jack's mama right there, everybody. Superhero. That's the queen. She the boss. Nah, we both the boss. We have a good equal relationship.
Yeah, Jess, I had my ringer off. That's why I didn't get your message.
Yeah, she was messaging me too, I guess. But we know what's going on when we're out here. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about that stuff.
That's what it's good to know. But yeah, we want to bring it to you guys.
Yeah, if I could only share one day, I'll share the story with her permission. And she wants to start a podcast, by the way, for women that went through what she went through, and that's hers. That's her journey. You know, yeah, I was part of that, sure, but I have my journey. I talk about my journey. You know, I have psychic connections and all those types of things that happen to me, and you know, she doesn't get to have that. You know what I mean? So she wants to have a podcast with all the women that have been through, not even just but maybe through a different tragedy. You know, because pain is pain, right? It's your pain. Your pain is your pain. So whatever you go through is yours. And if you all sit there curled up crying, well, guess what? You've had the same type of tragedy, you know, that put you there. So I think it would be a beautiful thing for her to do. And she'd be amazing at it. And she's an amazing human being. So I'm a lucky dude. Took me 3 tries, but I got her. Who's this? Hey, what's up? Arrow? I can't see the name. Sorry, my eyes are burning. My eyes are burning. The rain's hitting it, and my allergies. I'm like, ugh. But yep. Thank you. I want to help other moms heal after losing children. Yes. Yes, and you're the perfect ambassador for that. You're amazingly empathetic and amazing. You can put things beautifully into words, and you can give them a nice space to shed some tears shamelessly, you know. So I'll do anything to help you. I know Sam will do anything to help you. Anything you need for that podcast, we will get you up and running. And you can be on the Banter Richie B podcast. Just don't screw it up or I'll fire you. Yeah, gone. Yeah, oh, look at here's another one. What? Why? Why are we cutting down trees, dude? Wait till Monday. I'm gonna get on the phone and I'm gonna be Karen. Right, D-Hoot? And D-Hoot will tell you. D-Hoot's felt that pain. She'll be there for you. Love to see that. Love to see that. Nice collaboration. Hell, D-Hoot, you can come on just audio. You know, we don't need to. We know you're in the witness protection program now, D-Hoot. That's fine. You can just be audio. We'll even do one of those like muffled things. You know what I mean? But yeah, these woods are crazy, man. If you're new here, hit the like button. Welcome to Banter Richie B. Yeah, looking for Bigfoot. Yeah, we're in the Bridgewater Triangle. Oh, I see it. Anton? What's up, Anton? I can see your name now. Yeah, welcome to Banter Richie B Lives. Yeah, we're in the Bridgewater Triangle in southeastern Mass. And this property here is connected to my backyard where my story starts. I had a lot of Bigfoot experiences out here. And I kept it a secret for a good 8 years and didn't share it. And as we were discussing, Wojo, is that another teepee setting up over here? See it? You see that? I lost my son and I needed something, you know? So I had to tell my story. And it's so therapeutic and beautiful. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think they're touching. But it is in there. Look at this area. But yeah, so welcome. Be part of the family. Hit that like, subscribe, and notify. I also wanted to start like a Dear Abby type setup. Who read stories from others. Yeah, there you go. Oh, thank you, Michigan. Yeah, me and Miss Jessie B there. That's Jack's mom. She's the hero. Yeah, look at this. I just stood right out to me. Look at that end broken off over here. Because we walked that path. Yeah, he was over here. That's not him. Where is he? Where's his stump? Up top, up there. Oh, they got to be prints along this brook somewhere, man. That looks like something right here. path right here. Right by the skunk cabbage too. They love that to get that smell of skunk. That's why I believe they call them the skunk ape. And people kind of boo-hoo my theory. But just like if you're out partying, you drink lots of Jack Daniels, the next day it comes out of your pores. Same thing with foods and stuff, Garlic, some people get it. I think that when they're in Florida, there's an abundance of skunk cabbage, and they eat so much of it that they smell like a skunk. So, I don't know why that's not plausible to the research world. I cannot scroll down the messages. The phone's too, oh, there it is. Yeah, that's right, girl. And we're getting you there. You're doing it now. You're making appearances. You're getting comfortable. You're talking. You're doing it right now, talking. Dude, I know it's raining, but I want to go. Exactly. Well, they use it for something, I guess. They have to by now. I wonder if they walk inside the brook sometimes, because their prints will go away. Look at this brook, man. It's always moving too. It's always clear and fresh. You can see the sand pile there. Little sandbar. Little watering hole here. Sorry guys, I do gotta get going. No, thank you to all for the kind words, yeah, this place has got everything you need, man. Everything you suspect. And look at this, all along this brook, man. Look at it. See how, it zoomed in, that was not me. Look at this area, though. I don't remember being in this spot. I don't remember the bend of this brook. Uh-oh, this thing's bugging out, guys. Uh-oh. Yeah, the whole screen looks wonky. Everybody hit that like button, please. Hit those emojis as fast as you can. I don't know what's going to happen next. The phone's getting wet. I won't be able to charge it for a week. Cats and dogs living together. Chaos. Look at this swampland out here. Look at this place. Look at it. There's skunk cabbage there growing. How about now? Raindrop hit the microphone icon. This place is crazy in here. Yeah, I got you, man. I got you now. I got you now. It's okay. Yep. Yeah. The raindrop hit the microphone icon. Oh, sorry, I'm back. Yeah, there's no bear around here, dude. It's like 0.01% chance of any bear around here. They definitely don't hibernate and live here, I'll tell you that. But look at this place, man. Look at this place. It's smashing, baby. Do I make you horny, baby? Well, that's right, Jim. We're about to get jatted crazy. Look at this place, man. See, I get fired up and stop talking weird. You should use a deer collar. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, man. Thank you. Yeah, I've heard that before, bro. Yeah, thank you, man. I love suggestions. We're open for all of them, man. We're in this together. It's about sharing information and being kind to each other and being kind to the woods. Not coming out here with guns and, you know, fucking littering and shitting on it, ripping down shit. And you gotta be good, man. You gotta be kind. You get better results. Oh, hang on. Bring us in. This place is just crazy, though. I haven't seen it like this. Look at this. Look at this place. How many do you see here? Look at all these little... There's fresh ones, old ones. They're all pushed right down to the ground. No sails on them. There's nothing on top, like a big tree came down and took down 10 small trees. It's none of that shit, man. You know, I'm all about manipulation of the forest and structures, and a lot of people shit on that. I do not. I do not, man. I do not shit on that. I think it's a very important part of the research that we overlook because we're so worried about science. You know, there's a really good chance you're never going to get a body. So you better just find other ways of finding out. You know what I mean? And manipulation of trees and stuff like that. Like these, a lot of these are necessity, right? They're deer stoppers. Deer come running through here. Now they got a hurdle. Now they got to stop and wait. Where'd the trail go? Boom, they're dead. You know what I mean? So there is necessity. Then you have shelter, right? You know, when I first came in, it was all about, oh, they're marking their clan, and maybe they are. That's right, but they're marking their clan with trees on the ground. You know. Must be tripping balls. Is that what you're saying, Louis? If scientists is going to figure this stuff out, yeah, you got that right. We're the ones out here doing it. You know, I have one science friend. He's a scientist, and again, we go to people outside of our, to other sources. You know, we're not about ego. You know, we're not wilderness professionals. We're not arbitrarists. You know, we have a friend of Wojo's who works for the University of Georgia. He works with trees. That's what he does. He finds out why they died, how they died. And we send him pictures, and he's like, he's out in the woods all the time. That's what he does for a living. And he's like, I don't know what the fuck that is. So we have him stumped as well. So we put away that ego for the research. You know, don't worry about if you don't find it. You're still out here working, earning it. Okay? It's okay. You can share it. You can talk to others about it. Now look at this. Tell me how the wind just did this. Look at that fucking thing. This thing's ripped right off. No seals whatsoever on it. So the wind didn't bend it, it just blew it right off its stump with no seals. Now look at this guy. Fresh. Look at the core in there. See that core? Look at that. That's fresh. Look at the core. Look at that. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Like that to me is important. You know, they're around here. That's signs that they're around your area. When you can't explain things with these structures, you're in the right spot. Start out with 100% weather. Just say, yup, weather minus and no percent. Get them around 50%, you got to start questioning things and work from there. So look at this place. Oh, this place is ripped to shreds. Why do I feel like I've never been here? Is it just because it looks so different? Oh, I believe that too, Michigan, yeah. I've connected a few times with them, and not like, you know, hey buddy, hey, how's the family? You know, not like that. I mean, like, you know, I get that soft, easy feeling, and I know that I'm on the right track, and I come to the site to research, and it's There's just no reason for this. And some people say, oh yeah, Mother Nature. Mother Nature don't blow trees off of fucking stumps. But knowing that, you gotta consider this, right? We're out here a lot. You know, we know our area really well. So we know when the weather was bad, you know what I mean? We know when there was high winds. We know when there was snow and ice buildup. We know that. This is not snow and ice buildup. You know, snow and ice buildup then slowly, you know, with the weight. You know, maybe rapidly, but around here it's not, typically it's not freezing cold for a long time. So the ice doesn't have a lot of time to really fuck things up and continue to bend them. This is just craziness. This doesn't make a lot of sense. I honestly don't even know where I am on the preserve. This is the preserve area. I don't even know where it looks totally different. Look at all these trees. Look at them all. Look at one. There's just 4, 5, 6, 7. They're all. Look at them. They're like cannons lined up. You can't tell me that Mother Nature does that. Hey, Mike Nation, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I know the technical difficulties suck, but you got to consider the rain. And like I said, you're dealing with something that can manipulate stuff, just like, and you're probably dealing with other things out here. You know, we did a collaboration with a paranormal researcher. We got all kinds of EVPs and shit. So I know the energy's there, and I did paranormal research for decades. And that shit will fuck up here. I got shit I never got back. Just won't work again. So, Lewis, there's no regular pattern. No. And I'm not saying there is, bro. You know, I'm not saying that they, you know, I don't know. It just doesn't look natural to me. Does it look natural to you? You know? Yeah, you know, it's just, you know, I just don't know. You know, when you see those fresh ones, like when I see a fresh one and I can determine a tree was, you know, fell like within a week of each other, right? And I live, you know, within 7, 8, 9 miles from here, so to speak. So I know what the weather's like. So I have a hard time believing that the wind blew one way, then the wind blew another way, and didn't just knock a tree over, blew it right off its fucking stump, or, you know, conveniently left it at 90-degree angle. Again, you know, like these are just, yeah. You know what I mean? It's worth a conversation, I would say, you know, no matter who you are, no matter what you believe, you know, you at least should have the conversation, right? You should have a respectful debate, and be like, what do you think, you know? Oh, I miss you, bro. We've been all right, dude. Ernest Davio. My brother. Love that dude, man. Ernie Davio, baby. Love him. You go over to the merch store, you can check out the Ernie Davio collection that we have in there. Beautiful t-shirts of what he saw, rendered by amazing artist, through what he saw. And yeah, he's got a great story and great event. Yeah, see, I'm seeing all kinds of things. See that? See, when you're on compost, you gotta look for like hail. See how that shape rounded right here? Right? That's not natural, right? So that's all. You know, sometimes you get lucky, you might get a print. And we have, by the way. We've captured a few. And it's harder with compost. I'm going away from Mojo a little bit. I don't got my radio. So much effort. But look at this place, man. Look at this. Look at all these trees. Right? It's crazy. So how many times did the wind come in here, and did it knock it all down at once? We haven't had any tornadoes. You know, we haven't had any sheer winds. You know, I know that. Again, I live close by. Look at this. That's a big one. Miss Jessie B, that's my girl. That is Richie B's wife right there. So everybody say hi to Miss Jessie B, please. That's my lady. 'Cause you are my lady. See that? Look at this place. Wild, man. Hit the like button if you just came in, guys, please. Hit the emojis. We got a quaint crowd in here with good conversation. I really am enjoying it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. now have 2 active gifting sites. 2 active gifting sites. I am so excited, man. I am so excited. And one of them is connected to my property, so I get a reason to be over there. One of those walls. We have one of these at the other location. See, like you talking sheer winds and stuff, a lot of them go down, you know, they push down or whatever. They blow out the tops and they just leave everything's gone. This isn't the case. These are just laid down, man. We have one of these at the other place. It's almost like a wall that they built, which tells me things. Something's over there. And then you start looking around, maybe there's like a hut, maybe there's spots to huddle down in. You know, that's the things that we do. You know, you're working in something that's not scientific, as they say, right? Which, I don't give a fuck about science. You know, I'm beyond that in my head, in my research. Oh, Joe. I hear you. So I don't worry about that. But you know, to the masses, you know, everybody wants to talk about science. You know, well, like Michigan said, basically, you know, what the fuck have they done? What have they offered to this research? It doesn't exist. Well, what do you mean? There's plenty of fucking reports you can go investigate as a scientist and go out in the woods as a scientist and collect stuff as a scientist if you're educated as a scientist and you could help the field. But you don't. You sit back and wait and say, oh, that doesn't exist. Well, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Get off your ass. Clearly there's enough fucking hubba to fucking get you out in the woods. I mean, what happened to the days of great scientists that would do that, you know? How about Jane Goodall? How about her? You know, discovering a whole fucking species 10 times her size and she sat with them. How about that? Nobody believed that either, right? Nobody believed about mountain gorillas, right? What's up? Look at you, Miss Jessie. That's hard to say. Look at you. So proud of you. Getting it, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are they doing? You know, they want to shit on us. People want to laugh at us. You know? We got enough experiences out here, personal experiences. I got enough circumstantial evidence. I could put someone in jail for life, for Christ's sake. You know? We can convict people of with life sentences with circumstantial evidence. But we don't give you enough to go research on your own as a scientist. Get out in the woods. Grab your little vials or whatever the fuck you do. I still don't even recognize this area. This is crazy. Wow. I mean, it's 94 acres, don't get me wrong, guys. It's big, but that's an advantage compared to other people that have thousands of acres, you know? Oh, this place is nuts. There's a vortex. I believe that. Here we go again. So look at over here. You can see all the edges of the trees. Look at the edge of the circle. These are all perfectly fine. You can see the forest over there, right? See all the way around. So you come here. Oh, somebody pissed off the magic whirlwinds. They must just hit this area in 20 different directions. No way. You know? And there's probably teachings involved, right? They're teaching the young. And that's a lot of what we're talking about. And look at all these impressions. Right here. You know, it's compost. You know, you gotta make out of it what you can. Yeah, look at this guy. He's pretty fresh, right? But he's underneath this. He's underneath that. So, and he's that big. So which came first, chicken or the egg? Because that's fresh too. Those are the types of things I'm talking about. Why not have this as part of your research? What? Oh yeah, we got another astrid. That looks almost like the other one. Especially from this side with that bar going across. That's wild. Where are we right now? Whereabouts are we? Seriously. Is the river's that way, right? There's a trail over here? Yeah, because look at this place, though. Look at all these trees, dude. Look at this. Like 90 trees all in the same direction. Yeah, look at the bar going across on this side, like the asterisk guys. Remember that asterisk? Oh, yeah. Again, that's why the giftage here is so important in Michigan. You know, that gave us validation now. You know, I already knew because this is connected to my property. I know what I dealt with. I told everybody that. I didn't need more friends. I didn't need attention. I'm fucking flat fucking broke. I'm not making money off this shit. I'm enjoying it. I put up stuff for donations for fucking Venmo and PayPal and all that because YouTube sucks. They demonetized me for no reason. Never had a warning in my life. I guess they don't like aliens up on their fucking platform. No warning, nothing. Just shut me down. And it was just like, you know, and they take 30% anyways. I don't want to give them 30%. Fuck them. You know, so I'm not here for any of that stuff. I'm not here for fame and all that shit. You know, I'm not trying to be famous. If I wanted to be famous, I could have done more with Expedition X. And they're so fake, I basically told them to fuck themselves. You know what I mean? So that's not what this is about. This is about the research and what happened to me in my backyard and the experiences I had in my backyard. And the communication I had with them in my backyard. I've heard them speak to each other back and forth with two other people. You know, that's all real, man. That's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm here. So, yeah, go buy some merch, man. Merch is badass. Yeah, demonetizing. Monetized. D-monetize me. I see. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I gotta find some other way to say that. They took my money away for no fucking reason. I never had a warrant ever. You know? And that's all right. Like I said, they take 30%. Why do we want to give that conglomerate pig anything? You know? It's not necessary. They don't need it. You know? And then they call it a partnership, and then they take all your shit away. It's not a partnership. How's that a partnership? You didn't fucking discuss anything with me. So yeah, it's a sore spot. I'm angry about it because I did a lot of work on YouTube. You know, my wrist would hurt from typing at night, trying to post stuff and. That's why it's not fair, you know. What they did wasn't fair, and I think that's what it is for me. I'm a fair person. What? Are you near the trail? We're pretty far in the middle, though. I'm gonna keep walking straight. I'll meet you up at that corner. Well, the Taunton River's out here. We'll do a couple of knocks. Big riverway out here. And, yeah, you got one going this way, one going that way, right? One going this way. Magic Whirly one. But this guy's okay. He was nice to the Magic Whirly one. They didn't punish him. Oh, thank you very much, Curious, you know? Yeah, we try, man. We don't even try. We just don't. Listen, I tell everybody this. Like, I was on Stacey Brown's podcast, right? You know, it's a big podcast. You know, he has a name recognition. His father and him are the ones that got the thermal footage of Bigfoot jumping like left to right. One of my favorite pieces of footage. And he and I are like friends now. And I was on his podcast, and what a fucking story, right? But people are like, hey, you nervous? And I'm like, no, there's only one truth, man. I'd be nervous if I was a fucking liar trying to remember what I fucking lied about yesterday. I'm not fucking nervous. I got one truth. Easiest fucking story to tell because it's mine. So I don't need nobody to ever believe anything. You know what I mean? You can just go along your own way, man. I'm good. But yeah, what's fair is fair, right? What they did to me wasn't fair. So, you know, like I said, I don't make money doing this. Try not to spend my family's money doing it. It's not fair to them. You know, I guess it's their story now, but wasn't like they asked for it, right? So where am I? Oh, well, that's not a bad thing, Michigan. I like me. Facts, Richie. Not. So that's what I said. We'll go a different way. You know, other channels had monetization, and they were trying to, you know, they got PayPal, and I'm like, I didn't do that because I didn't think that was fair business. Yeah, and over here, stuffing. Sometimes I like to just walk around and talk. Makes them curious. So. Tonga, how are you, my friend? I can hear you moving. I like what you've done with the place, my friend. And then also all the moving sound starts. Just stop. Right? Yeah, you know, I don't know. It's just... Thank you, guys. Yeah, I just thought of any channel. And it's funny because they said the reason was inauthentic. And then they wanted me to, like, grovel to them and explain to them how I make my videos. Well, 80% of my videos are live on YouTube. I don't make them. You do, you fucking idiot. Your other one, I guess, is inauthentic. I don't know what you're talking about. It's live right to the people. There's no editing, nothing. It's crappy, grainy, fucking hardly ever hear me. It's whatever, dude. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to edit shit. You call me inauthentic. But yet you let all these people on there that go in the back room and edit it and put out these shows, is what they are, shows. And, you know, people flock to them, I guess, and watch them. They get a lot of views. I'm out here just being live, getting shit on. Fucking bizarre, man. Story of my life, though, really. I'm like, you know, remember when Lucy would hold the football for Snoopy? You'd run up to the kick it, you're like, yeah, I finally made it. Whee! Poof, bitch. Lucy, you's a bitch. Lucy, choca some splendido. Remember that show? Sorry, man. I thought my meds would last longer today. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about the TikTok thing going live, and I will be going live on TikTok. But you know, I got very faithful, loyal people that don't do other platforms as much as I want to. My loyalty runs through my blood, which runs through my heart. So it's hard for me to do that. I swore I was gonna, and I couldn't bring myself to do it. I swear I'm moving on right here. Tonga, Akoi. Okay, Tanse, how are you? No, great. You know the Wampanoag people? Oh. That sound. Oh, yeah? Anybody else ever have that? YouTubing, what's up? He's been YouTubing, he's here. So we see a lot of these too. You see this one here, and then this one here. It's like a triangle. Yeah, almost like a corral. So a lot of times I look at them, I find deer scat and compound presses. This one, yeah, see, like they almost corral them, right? You see that one back there? So the deer can't go over. So they'll have a bunch of these set up in these areas. There's many of them. Many of them. Like, just look at these trees, guys. Look at this place. Yeah, get those hot emojis going. Give me some love. Well, that's right, Jim. That's because it stopped raining. Back to you, Bob. Shalama Bama Ding Dong. Like, you see some of these, like, green ones that, you know, the weather will bring them down high off the tree and they fall straight down. You know what I mean? But all this other weird-ass shit, you know, doesn't make much sense. Not to me, it doesn't. And if it does to you, then great. Then great, Jim. Well, I got to tell you, Susan. Sorry. My ADD is kicking in hard. Look at this thing. Right, that tree's way over there. This pine tree's probably over here. They're doing nothing. Boom, like an older type setup. And then there's a 90, right? So whenever you see one thing that catches your eye, look around. There's probably another. Yep. Yeah. Right. Barney. Same thing with religion, right? Right. And there's some deer scat here, right? So they know the deer's coming through there. So they build these little stop gaps. Right, like something like that. So now the deer's got to go between those. Oh, we can't go between the trees. There's another stick there. So now that, oh, let's go over here. Well, that one's fresh. So maybe all right. Let's do this. So maybe this was a passing for the deer long ago. They blocked it off. The deer caught on and started going around it automatically. So then they have to come in here and redo it and break stuff and block paths. You know, think of it like that. If you want to think necessity in food, then you could think like that. Why not? We're in an undiscovered world, man. You good? Should have had our radios going. When you're this far apart, you should have radios, guys. Sorry. Very unprofessional researcher of me. I do apologize. No, I don't. So yeah, that's, you know, things like that, right? If you want to talk necessity, make it make sense. Yeah, sure. You know? And that's why you have all the old trees down and the old breaks, because they had to keep remaking, you know, deer stops, you know, deer corrals, you know, stuff like this, right? The deer has to jump over this, you know, oh, he can get caught up on something.